We are live.
We're live. How's it going?
Good morning.
I
Hey,
see Claudette.
Claudette. How
Yeah.
are you, hon?
Hi, Claudette. I was just touching my dog's ear and going, ugh, because she had something attached to her, whatever that means.
Oh, goodness.
What do
Look, I
dogs
got
say?
yarn
You have,
everywhere.
you have yarn? Hi,
Everywhere.
Ashley. How's it
Hey,
going?
Ashley.
I'm going to write hello on stream. Hello.
Hey,
Debbie's here.
Debbie.
Hello, Debbie. So, Debbie, what's for
Um,
supper?
I
I thought
know,
I
right? Well, wait. I want to know what was for breakfast because I need to eat so I could take my meds. That's right. What is everybody having for breakfast? Inquiring minds want to know.
I'll either have a hard-boiled egg or some cottage cheese because, you know,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of on my diet. I lost since the last time I weighed myself, I lost 8/10 of a pound. Can I get happy about that? I don't know.
It's better than no tenths of a pound.
That's right. Yeah, how did
Um, They moved him to a room, oh God, about 7:30 last night. I got home about 8:30. And it was over an 8-hour surgery. The doctor feels like it went well.
okay.
He's got a long, long road ahead of him, and he's in a lot of pain. So if y'all can keep him in your prayers.
Sorry. I'm getting hiccups.
Yeah.
Well, hugs. Yeah, hugs and prayers. Definitely. I mean, they have to keep him comfortable because he needs to sleep so he can recover. And as long
And
as they
I'm
can,
worried about my sister because, she's not great.
well, I hate to say it,
And she won't leave him. So
she's just gonna live there for now.
yeah,
They usually
her and Heather special needs, and she can't leave her home.
well, I know that in some hospitals they have like super reclining chair, like really reclining chairs for
Right.
company
I
last
think they
night.
had
So
one recliner, and they had something I think may have turned into a bed, but they have him like in an ICU step down.
mhm.
Oh, you're breaking out flower beds. I'm sorry. I'm so
It's gonna
tired. I'm
rain.
just
Oh, Dawn, hugs to you too. Oh, well, they said the surgery went well. You said,
yes. I
and
mean,
they give false hope if
doctor,
you know.
that
I
doctor
think
told us he
he
what?
seemed brutally honest before the operation.
He
So yeah,
was. He's like,
I think he'd be
if
brutally
I
honest.
find something that I can't take care of, I'm just going to close him up. And I'm like, geez. And every time they would call somebody, my sister would like freak. But he came out and because he told my sister, she goes, well, God can do great things and maybe it won't be there when you go in there. And he goes, well, I don't have faith.
He knew that it was a situation that
I
was
know,
not.
but you don't tell somebody who you're going to do surgery on, you don't have faith.
All I would
Yeah.
say is keep praying
Yeah.
and we'll take care of the science. I mean, that's what he should have said.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so when he came and said, that it went so much better than he thought, my sister goes, see what faith does? And he kind of laughed. And he goes, well, after he finished talking to us, he goes, well, if y'all don't mind, he goes, I need a pee break.
Well,
You can see
he's very,
indents of his mask that he had because, he'd been in there so long.
and he was wearing a mask, so that's good.
Yeah.
Everybody wears masks in the hospital, just so people know who don't like wearing masks. It helps. It helps prevent the spread of germs.
Yeah,
Just so
exactly.
you know. There
Exactly.
was a show I was watching where people were not into wearing masks in the emergency room, and the doctor said, "We're going to do surgery on your loved one. Do you want us to not wear masks? It's
Oh,
optional."
Jesus.
And then they said, "Yeah, we want you to wear masks." Okay. So I
Oh,
thought that was
Jesus, have mercy. Oh, thank you guys. Hey, Jane, you want to
hi,
tell
Jane.
everybody hello?
We were saying hello to everybody. Who do you mean?
Well, Claudette was the first one in the chat, and then
I,
Ashley, and then Debbie, and then Jane came in.
well, Jane was
Claudette,
the only one I just said hi to. So hello,
um,
Jane. And I heard that there
little
was a lot
Debbie.
of auroras out last night. We didn't get to see any because of the clouds.
Oh, really?
But people up north were seeing them. That's
Okay.
for sure. Yeah, it was the I got two alerts, one from an app and one from the guy who lives near here and he loves taking photographs of auroras. So
Oh, okay.
he charts all these solar, I guess it's a solar ray kind of dispersion thing.
Uh-huh.
Electromagnetic stuff. Anyway, he said tonight's a great night for it, but we're all cloud covered. So
Oh,
the people
wow.
up north in Canada and Maine.
Y'all got fires again, huh, Jane?
Oh, that's
If I
terrible.
heard that right, I was half asleep this morning when I was drinking my coffee.
I heard there was an avalanche in Switzerland. Yeah, it will get better.
Yeah.
You're going through a lot of stress. When you go through, you have stress on so many different levels. It hits you, you know, like a ton of
Yeah,
bricks.
so they said they're just waiting on a final permit for the house. So, oh, north of you guys.
Well, it was into the United States, pretty. I mean, down in the 48, but it was definitely happening. Maybe it was focused more on the east side, but it was happening. I It was good last
Yeah.
night. If you didn't
So
have class.
where is Winnipeg? I know I'm stupid, but because it was around Winnipeg and something else, the fire.
I don't
Is
know.
that in Canada? No, I don't know. I
It
don't
is.
know. As Teresa would say, I don't know my geometry.
I don't know my geometry either.
Oh God.
I mean, I know isn't Winnipeg. Winnipeg is
Hey
either
Jeffrey.
toward in the middle or the west, but it's not. Where's Claudette? Where are you, Claudette? Are you on the east?
Oh, 18 hours from her, from Claudette.
Do you live on the east part, or are you like near Toronto? It's
It's
east of you, 8 hours.
east of Jane. Okay. I saw the post you put on your community page, Jeffrey. Thank you. I was at the hospital till late last night, so I didn't see you live. Southwestern Ontario. Okay.
It's between Claudette and Jane. They
And
were
then
having
it says
wildfires
they were
in
taking
Jersey.
people in from, is it Montauk or something like that? Where's that?
Montauk is Long Island in New York State.
Oh,
Well, there is a Montauk. That's the very end of Long Island, and there might be something that sounds like that, or maybe
oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying the wrong thing.
I used to go there. My friend had a house. Well, she still has a house, but before her friends had kids, and it was always like a 4-hour drive from when I lived in
Uh-huh.
New York City. It's pretty
Wow.
far away, but it was so nice out there. Beaches and marinas, and the good
Yeah.
life for people who are
Oh,
rich.
the good life. Okay.
Well, they would go to the beach every day. They'd take a little ride on their boat,
Oh,
barbecue.
I think it's fires. If you're talking about the thing in Canada or whatever that I saw in the news this morning. Didn't y'all just have that like about a year or two ago or something?
There was a lot of smoke in New Jersey the last time there were fires. That was for sure.
Oh, Claudette didn't know and she didn't realize. Girl, I know. It's like they got stuff in our backyard and I don't know.
Yeah, my husband was telling me last week that there were wildfires. Well, we just started having a lot of, like, we had pretty much 2 weeks of rain, like at
Uh-huh.
least 3 to 4 days a week, if not more. And
Mm-hmm.
we're still having the rain. So we're having a wet spring. So that's protecting,
Yeah.
the fires. But I mean,
Right.
last summer, when it
That's
was dry,
okay, Jeffrey. So I've been trying to get ready for our clearance sale tonight. I'm doing it in my sleep.
I'm surprised you're not on, like, seventh cup of coffee already.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Thomas to make me one, but I'm thinking I'm gonna grab me a Diet Dr. Pepper out the fridge, which is outside. My fridge is outside from the house, and then they have a crappy one in here. We couldn't fit ours through the door.
We ordered a refrigerator and we didn't realize it was like super deep and they had to take our door off the hinges to get it in. And it just got in. And that would have been pretty safe.
Oh, okay, Jeffrey.
Oh, that's nice. A big crane.
Oh, we just don't have nothing good in our news around here. Terrible.
There's to be
Some lady
something.
went crazy and just got out of her car and started shooting at the cops.
She wanted to unalive herself, I feel.
Probably. I think they
Because
had a bolo on her car, and when they found, so I'm sure she must have done something else. It's like, damn. Wait, I gotta go grab a Dr. Pepper. I'll be right back.
I want to make coffee. Yeah, well. Let me go back. What did Jane say? Fires are getting worse, very high. Okay. So there's 11 people watching. Hello, 11 people. How's it going? I just discovered that I have these things that I could put on that are not doing it for me. Oh well. Gestures, reactions. Oh, I got one. What's happening? I'm trying to get reactions. Like peace sign. No? Where's my camera? Well, there's this one. I was doing it before the show started. I'm like, it's so silly. But now that I learned, hey, Angie came. How's it going? Oh, he had to go back from gloves. She's doing gardening. I was picking out these there was a maple tree here and it's really big and it blew out all these like little spinnerets or whatever they're called and they all took root. It's like thousands of little baby trees. Yeah, special effects. And so I've been going over like things that I planted and trying to pluck them out because once they get past that initial like second leaf, the roots go fast like into the ground. This tree wants to
Hey,
make babies.
Angie.
Angie, Angie's here. Hello, neighbor. How's it going? Hey, so
My store runs out of Dr. Pepper Zero, so I was forced.
just get regular diet.
Yeah. I gotta make y'all laugh. My sister goes, "Oh my God." She says, "I heard Tooch died." She was on some man's thing, and he goes, "Y'all keep me in your prayers. My friend Tooch passed." And she goes, "Oh no, Tooch passed." And Ray went, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "This guy on YouTube." And then the guy continues to talk, and he goes, "Yeah, Tooch was my best friend. He was my dog." So his dog passed.
Oh,
I didn't
that's
get
sad.
a chance to tell it to Tooch.
Well, I
I'm
mean, as
like,
soon as long passed, but like, yeah, I mean, that misunderstanding
he
gave her
could
a
have
little
said that
harder.
first. His dog, Tooch. Oh,
He
I
probably
hope I
didn't.
didn't
Is
start
it
a rumor.
possible he didn't know? The other dude, yeah, someone just like got off quick and just said, "Hey, Tooch died, did you hear?" And anyway, at least it was the dog. I mean,
Tooch
no,
is
instead it was
okay.
the dog.
You
We're
hear,
not.
kind of. Jennifer,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
Jennifer.
about your loss, hon.
Yeah, my condolences. Sad.
Hit
Hit the
that
thumbs up.
like button.
Oh, I should hit the thumbs up.
I know.
Let's
I
all
don't know if I
let's do
did, but
it.
I will.
It's really helpful for our channel and our viewers.
That's right.
Okay,
It's
there's
good for
7
the
thumbs up.
algorithm. Oh God.
There's 14 people checking us out. They could be in like
Oh,
India saying, I don't
I
understand what
forgot.
these
My,
people are
my
saying.
niece asked me to text her the room number.
Live chat. Make sure you're in. Is there a top chat or is it just an all messages thing? Well, there's a lot of little messages. Thank you guys.
What loss? Oh, Jennifer posted she had a loss. I'm
Okay, so we
sorry,
have a
hon.
bird. It's sad. Tony said his mother was superstitious about birds coming in the house. There's this robin banging on our doors. And I opened the door and he's banging on the windows too, but he was really like trying to get like it's probably a territorial trying to like beat up its reflection kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But meanwhile, he's pooping on every doorway we have. And it sounds like he's knocking because he flies up and his feet go boom 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 boom. And I really thought someone was knocking on the door a couple times. And the dogs, I thought Roxy would be more interested because she's a bird dog, she'll catch
Uh-huh.
a bird easily.
That's funny. Well, the
So
only thing I ever heard was if there's an owl by your house, then that means somebody's going to pass. That's what the old people here say. And then,
some people don't like ravens or crows.
yeah,
Yeah,
well, wait, when I worked at the veterans home by the Alzheimer's unit, it never failed. Every time one of those guys would pass, there were crows, black crows
wow,
by the door, knocking on the side door.
that's a little
Right,
weird.
Angie, keep knocking, but you can't come in.
Tony's mother, I don't know if it was a Swedish thing or an Irish thing because she was, I think, both. But she said that if a bird comes in the house, she goes, that means someone's gonna die. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, wow. Claudette said she had a crow fly into her window and someone passed days later.
There's, we shake it off saying it's a coincidence because there's thousands of those kind of animals around you all the time and you just don't notice it until like some people feel like if someone just passes and a butterfly comes and lands on you, that's the person saying they're good. And I mean, they're not alive, but they're good.
Right.
And I don't know that I probably have had a butterfly on me, but some people feel like cardinals are messengers from the other world.
Definitely.
I see them a lot. I haven't seen them too much lately, but yeah, we at one point had 5 male cardinals. So I thought that's kind of cool. I like birds actually. I prefer them to be outside the house though and not knocking on my door because it was getting a little bit like boom boom boom. Like you can't help but like think someone's knocking on your door.
The only bird I had flying in my house is when Marie had a parakeet and it got out. We couldn't catch it.
But did it knock on the door?
Hey, Johnny. No, it was in the house already, so it flew all over and it was hard to find it.
I had a cockatiel that used to fly out of its cage and run under the couch. And the couch was like this high off the ground. So I couldn't get my hands under it. And if it didn't come out, I'd be like, you're going to live there now because.
Right. Oh, wow, Jennifer. So the one that died earlier, that's her daughter that just died? Or am I starting a rumor?
She said somebody who died 6 months ago, her cousin that just died's daughter died. I believe
Wow.
that's what you were saying. And oh, okay, that's sad.
Wow. And my
Well,
condolences to Pam's family. Wow. That's so sad.
my condolences too. I haven't been going to a lot of auctions, so I didn't really know her at all. I mean, I've seen the name, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't know.
Wow.
And I thought that occasionally I knew so many Pams that I just always assumed sometimes that there was just like there's two Pams on
Uh-huh.
it, and I got them all confused. So
Right. Jeez. You never know. Never know.
nope, you don't, not at all.
My foot's going about 1,000 miles an hour. Thomas, I said coffee.
Well, yesterday I had lost something, and today I found it.
Hey,
So, or I
Purple.
found it yesterday in the evening. Hi, Purple. And it was disturbing to be searching through everything. And then Tony was like, go look at that thing. And I go, but that thing was from New Jersey and I just brought it and it wouldn't be in there. And he goes, just open it anyway. And I thought, because I knew it was in Pennsylvania, the thing that I lost.
Hey,
And
Denise.
hi, Denise. How's it going?
Wow. We had last night when I was on my way back from the hospital, the rain was so bad I couldn't see in front of me. It
Oh,
was
that's
horrible.
right.
I couldn't
do-
see the exit. I'm almost missed it. And it was scary. But today it's pretty. I think it went through New Orleans this morning, the leftovers of it, and it looks like the sun's trying to come out.
Well, it's been so gloomy here for the last 2 weeks that some of our plants are dying. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
our crops are going.
Yeah.
I've had a few casualties in my vegetable bed, and I wasn't there when they were being planted, so I don't even know what died.
Oh Lord. Haley's family gave me a little like miniature roses in a pot. Sorry, Haley, they're dead.
Aw.
It's like I think it
want,
needed to be repotted, and I didn't. So I don't know. Maybe my mama can bring it back to life. Who knows?
but you never know.
I'll bring
Maybe
it to
there's
Momo's ICU.
when you watch these videos on YouTube, it's amazing what people do. They'll like say, "Oh, well, you take it out, you put it in this rev, and then you put it back, and then you cut off all the leaves except for 2 leaves, and then keep it in indirect sun." They have like these recipes for bringing things to life.
Girl, I don't know. Maybe I can
A lot of work.
take a piece that from the middle that looks half, maybe, I don't know, that maybe at the bottom it's still alive and stick it in a little bottle or something to try to get it to
If it's a rose, there's a chance she could, if she's
they
into
teeny tiny
grafting.
little roses, like they look like roses. I don't know if that's what they are. And my poor grandbaby is the one that picked it out for me. And I killed it.
Well, ask somebody who's really into roses, because I know that like parts of roses could be grafted onto another rose bush that's
Yeah,
doing.
but I don't know if it's a rose. I mean, it's pretty crunchy.
Those little mini roses are roses. They're just, I think they're. I
Yeah,
mean, they
that's
have
what
the
it
little
looks
rose
like.
flowers.
Yeah, I don't
They
think there was a
look
card,
cute.
like a thing in it, a pick in it.
I want to tell you that I think I had one once when I first moved to New Jersey, and it didn't make it either, because they don't. They need to be in big pots with the right kind of
Yeah,
soil,
and it
and
was
they need a lot of
like
sun.
barely any soil in that pot, but oh well. I tried. I watered it. That's all I
I'm
can
tr-
say.
I took some cuttings from a dying, well, like a not great clematis, and it was very young, and you have to have a more mature vine to really take cuttings. And even then, people say, I'm really happy to get 50%, and And then Tony's like, they're doing good. Well, they just took a really long time to die, but they're not, they didn't make it. Jessica's here. Hi. Don't give plants to
Right, Jessica? Hey, Jessica. I when I'm like settled and everything's going good, I am a really good plant grower. And unfortunately,
if you
thank
like,
you, Jessica.
basil grows really easily from seeds, and so does like marigolds. So
Yeah.
those
I
are
was
companion.
thinking, oh, I could put me some like herbs in my
Yeah.
kitchen window. I don't have a kitchen window.
When you could put them out on the ramp, you could put them on a plant stand.
Yeah.
I have some herbs in my flower pot.
You plant on a liver. Come to the Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, it was dry when I watered it because it started to droop a little bit. So I watered and it perked up, but the rest of it drooped and didn't come back. My best, I've been having a lily plant since my dad passed in 2011, and I still have it. My mom's babysitting and she goes, "Can I have it?" I'm like, "No, you can't have it." Hey, John. I'm like, "You cannot have it." So I'm going to have to go steal it from my mom to get it back to my house. And it flowers like a couple times a year, you know.
Do you want some succulents? Because there's this one plant this girl gave me.
Succulents.
And when you put it keeps making babies. And then I just stick the babies in dirt from another plant.
My mom has a lot of succulents.
They start having babies, and before long, there's going to be 10,000 of these things.
Yeah, I think she made me some plants for when I get in the house. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm not saying you can't kill one of them because I didn't water one.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've killed succulents before.
Tony's like,
and it's mostly because I quit watering them. They were on the windowsill and somebody closed the curtains and I forgot about them. Oh, your 3-year-old seeds came up? That's awesome. I'll never forget my mom and dad bought a tree. You can buy them from like these catalogs. And they planted that tree. And it was supposed to be a big, beautiful shade tree. Girl, that tree never got bigger than like this tall.
When I was a kid, there were premium saltine crackers, had a thing on the back, send away, pay like shipping and handling and like 2 or 5 box tops, and they'll send you a free tree. And when they sent it to us, it was this, this big. And we planted it, and it got so big because we kept like putting it in bigger and bigger pots.
Yeah. And my dad was a great gardener. I mean, he babied his trees and everything, and that thing just did not grow because my dad had like orange trees and fig trees and beautiful.
You could take cuttings from fig trees if you know someone who has a fig and make a whole new fig tree. That's what I'm doing a lot of research on gardening and how to like grow various food producing things, because let me tell you, having asparagus in your garden, and we like asparagus, it's been really handy. That it's been saving us a lot of money.
Asparagus is expensive.
It's really expensive. So to have it, I mean, we had it a lot, but it's starting to slow down. So I guess it's kind of at the end of the season, but we must have had it like every day for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. A lot. I mean, we took a day off the other day.
You were telling me that people were saying seeds from the Dollar Tree grows well.
Yeah, well, there were people who were into gardening, and they did experiments with like Dollar General and Dollar Tree, like inexpensive seeds, because now the packs are expensive. I mean, all these little packs we bought of the very there's only like a couple seeds in here, and it was $2. I mean, it looks like there's like 10 seeds, not a lot,
right? And,
like I used to. Do you remember back when Dollar Tree first came out? These kind of seeds were like 25 cents. Like you could get 4 for $1. Now you can't. But if you like, I'm into growing. I'm gonna put seeds out. I'm hoping it's not too late. it's getting a little late for these 75-day plants, but
Yeah, I don't particularly care for oregano and basil and stuff like that, but I would love to grow parsley because I use that a lot.
I have parsley out there right now. I bought one for sale and I just threw it in my herb box and it's doing really well. And they sold single herb plants in some of the local nursery
Uh-huh.
greenhouses here, the Amish stores. And so for like, one was $1, one was like 80 cents.
Oh, you love basil in your iced tea?
That's interesting. It's related, maybe. It's I love it in dishes, but
I don't
it
know if
tastes
I would
better
like that.
at the end. Not in, if you put it in the beginning, the flavor just sort of
Yeah.
like disappears. But if you put it at the very end, you could taste it. It's really good on pizza.
I
I'm
was
not.
laughing at the hospital yesterday. They had a like this, little water thing with ice and water in it. And there was, the tube with the fruit in it. It had strawberries or whatever. So that morning I got me some water and it was like, just tastes like water. Well, late that after, well, probably we got there at 6 in the morning. By about 7 that evening, I tried it again. It was still cold and it tasted like strawberry finally. It's like,
We're growing
um,
strawberries, and we've already had 3.
all right. Bye, Jessica. Have a good day.
Take care, Jessica. So we've had 3 strawberries, but one was super sour, one was kind of sour, and one tasted like it's going to be. If we get more like that the animals don't nibble on, it'll be good.
Uh-huh.
One of
Wow.
them had a bite from an animal, and we just cut off that half, and we still
Yeah.
took our chances. I'm here. I didn't.
Well, strawberries have high histamine, so I'm not supposed to have them.
My
When
brother's
I got home last night, I was hungry and I
like,
was too tired to eat. So I ate a banana and I'm not supposed to because it has high histamine either. I told my husband I
did
have
you
to.
feel funny now that you're not doing it? Like, you know how you said you had something and it made you feel different. So did the
Yeah.
banana make you feel different too?
I don't think so. I was so tired. I fell asleep. So maybe if it did, I don't know.
I'm just saying now that like if you've been away for something for several
Yeah.
weeks, you kind of introduce yourself to it and see how you feel.
Right. And that's what they said to do, but I still don't want like the way they say it is like imagine it's a bucket full of histamines. And when your bucket overflows is when you start having issues.
Hmm.
So I don't want my bucket to overflow with histamines. Oh, Purple
My
says put salt on them, they'll taste sweet. I know people say that about watermelon.
well, we'll do what it takes to make them good, even if it means if we get enough that I can cook them down if I have to. I'll cook them
Yeah.
with no
You can
sugar.
even if you leave them to get more ripe, it doesn't.
We'll try. We're dealing with like there's about well there's little things that are on the ground that I know they're there but I don't see them, like moles and voles and mice. In our
Right.
compost pile there was a little mouse and it peeked up and looked and then it went back and Tony
You're
was
like,
like, "Oh,
hello, I'm here.
yeah." It's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm going back to my babies." "Okay." And I know that we have chipmunks and
Oh,
rabbits.
Denise says dip in sour cream and brown sugar. She said,
Ooh, that
hmm.
sounds good.
Hey,
Well,
Lena. Can you
what I'm
make
counting
Lena
on
blue?
having,
She changed her channel
I
name.
cannot right now, but because I have, well, maybe. Can I do it from my iPad if I'm on my
You should
computer?
be able to.
Let me see. Oh, I think I can. Why does
It's
it
like,
say
hi,
remove
it's
as
me,
a
Lena, no
moderator?
longer Red Road. I like
Why
your new
does it say
name.
she is a moderator? The only choice I have was to take her to not be a moderator. How does that work?
Oh, I bet that's nice. Purple has her strawberries in an old clawfoot tub.
Oh, that's good. Now I see it. Now she should be blue. She should be if you say hi again.
Oh, she is.
Okay, there you go. that's convenient. I have my iPad running on the
Oh,
ground here.
okay. Girl, every time I see that
So
cover, I remember that story you told me about the little girl.
I said to you, I actually was saying I need one that's toddler proof. So this is like a giant crock. It's made of the crock material like that. And I said, because I know I was going to be running up the stairs and it's going to go bouncing down the stairs. And, and it has a handle. So I was sitting on my front steps on Halloween and this little toddler girl comes running up and she goes, I have the same iPad case. I'm like, I bet you do.
Wait, tell everybody hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sean. How's it
He
going?
just woke up. He's like, hello.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Vima. How are you?
Hi, Vienna. How's it going?
Well, I was supposed to have a hair appointment at 4:30, so I sent her a text to tell her I needed to cancel, and I didn't hear back from her. So,
You wanted a haircut so bad.
oh, did I not? Oh, okay. I thought I didn't send it.
Don't you want to go?
Oh, I
Oh,
can't.
you're gonna have that
It's at
sale today?
4:30, and our clearance sale is tonight at 5 for me, 6
Well,
Eastern.
can you tell her that if you can go like now, like in an
Yeah, that was the only. She had fit me in for that. So at the end of her day, doing good. How about you, Vima?
Yeah, how's it going? It's going here. I'll just say going. Things can always be worse.
Right. I think Teresa was going to get nails today.
She does that on Thursday a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't even know yesterday was Wednesday. And I said to my husband, is tomorrow Thursday? And he goes, that's how it works. No, he didn't say that.
Well, I know.
Yes, it's Wednesday today. Tomorrow is Thursday.
I know. Well, last night,
this week went fast.
when I told you and Teresa good night, and she's like, "You doing the doghouse tomorrow?" I was like, "Oh shoot, tomorrow is Thursday." I did the same thing. I'm like, "Yeah."
I'm always
Hey,
like,
Glenn.
so. Hi, Glenn. How's it going? It's always surprising to me how fast these Thursdays are coming. When you get old, it's crazy. It's like every other day is a Thursday now for me.
Oh, I canceled my physical therapy last week, and then I realized it's almost another week, and I didn't reschedule it. So I'm like, oh shoot.
I have an appointment with a doctor that I'm mad that her copay it should be $25 and it's $50 because.
Oh yeah, all my specialists are $55. It's disgusting.
She shouldn't be considered. Anyway, never mind. She codes it as a specialist visit when she should code it as a not special. Anyway, I'm going to cancel with her and try to put it off another few weeks. I'd rather spend $50 on milk. And milk went up another $1 a container. And I was like, $6 for half a gallon of lactose-free milk? Are they smoking crack?
I bought that A2 milk.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't taste it yet. I better because I bought it like 3 or 4 days ago.
It was fine, but it was. I like the Fairlife milk for several reasons. One is it has extra protein, it has less carbs, sugars, and it's therefore a few less calories. I'm more concerned with the less sugars and the higher protein. But it also comes with a cup less milk than a half gallon. And it comes with like a $2 increase in price from a regular store brand. And now that you drink the Fairlife, I like it a lot. But I mean, the store that I used to go to said it was $4.99, then that's $1 off. And I'm like, it was always $4.99. And then the next week it was $5.99. That's how they introduced us to the price increase. It's like, welcome to paying more. It's not from Asia. Why are they charging so much?
Right. Glenn, did it taste like regular milk?
It was fine. It's just from a different color of cow. I think it's from the brown cows. It's not chocolate milk, but I think there's certain cow varieties that have a different their protein. The lactose is less.
Okay.
So,
okay. You said it tastes like regular milk.
It tastes fine.
Because like I had bought it. My go-to snack like I'll eat a few of them, is the rice checks with the honey
Okay.
kind of thing. Honey, what rice checks? Choco cow. It's not a
Yeah,
chocolate.
I used to like Rice Krispies a lot. If they really have no,
Oh, that's kind of, is that like tart, like goat's cheese, Glenn?
I bet it's not tart because they say that pygmy goats have sweet milk. Like
Oh,
it's sweeter
really?
than cow milk, they say. It's because it's the goat cheese is, cheese is really fermented, sort
Right.
of. It's like condensed, and usually you need some kind of agent to make it turn to cheese, and sometimes it's something.
Angie. Oh my God.
You're out. I would be in. I'd be like, all right.
Woo, chocolate milk for free.
The goat milk, if you don't have a goat, is really expensive. But I bet you could digest it easy.
Yeah, because a lot of times when babies have problems, they put them on goat's milk. Some of them on the goat's milk formula. Glenn says it tastes the same.
Okay. I won't buy it just because I'm cheap, and I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. I'm I'm trying to save money, and goat milk is twice the price of cow milk here.
Right.
Oh, this is another thing. Does anybody notice that you see cicadas all over your garden? They are all over my garden. I don't even want to. I bought 2 bulbs to plant, and I don't even want to put them in. Hi,
Oh,
Sonia.
Lord. Hey, Sonia.
Tell me she's not. She's not. Do you know
No,
Sonia?
Sonia's not blue.
I know she's not blue, but do you know her?
Yeah. Angie says, but where would the chocolate color be coming from?
It's because they feed them Hershey's.
Hershey's Kisses.
Syrup. They feed them syrup.
Hershey's syrup. They add it to their feed. They
Or the
sprinkle
cocoa
it on
powder.
their food.
They put the cocoa powder in with the hay. Do you know that we have in our next field over, there's lots of sheep, and on the field past that, there's goats and cows and horses. But the goats eat they eat a lot of like hard brush like material. Like they will eat grass, but it's not good for them supposedly. Anyway, I know too much about farm animals now. So
Pharmacy.
yeah, I mean the guy who has the sheep, they don't hardly do. They feed them hay every once in a while, but they eat the grass. That's what they're raised on. The meadow grass.
My
That sounds
camera, I
like
couldn't get it right this morning.
Precious looks tired too.
You precious. She does.
She looks like you and Precious are looking tired. Aw. Anyway, I watched this farm lady who said 10 reasons to not get a goat, 10 reasons to not get a this or that. And like, because I kept saying to Tony, let's get a donkey, let's get a goat. Now,
Oh,
like,
God.
you talk me out of everything. I'm like, I'm
Those
glad
donkeys are a hot mess.
well, they also live a really long time, and you need to have a farm vet. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Ellen. Well, Ellen can tell you about
Oh,
goats.
she has animals, don't you?
I'll never forget that video when this guy is running. He goes, "Put the goat down." The donkey, the goat in his mouth. And then when he dropped it, he goes, "What is wrong with you?" It was running with the goat in his mouth.
They like toys. There was some
Well,
donkey.
apparently that goat he thought was a dog.
But when you saw it with the rubber chickens, it would like shake them so much.
Lena said she used to have goats.
Used to have goats. My husband is taking our vinyl siding. There was spare siding, and he's putting it in the garage so that we'll never use it. But he just said, "I want it out of my life." He bought this like brackets to hang it in the garage.
She said that is a bad donkey. I saw him beating on a small horse too.
There's a field over here with mini horses, and they had a baby mini horse, which looks like a dog, the size of it. And it's so cute. I want to stop and take pictures because the other day we were driving by and it was like rolling in the grass, having fun. So cute. So
Primitive
cute.
thrifter is Lena, Jane. Donkeys are territorial and do not like dogs.
I don't know
The
who
goat
anybody is.
dog
Oh,
side,
yeah.
so yeah. Oh wow.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if y'all watch him, but Matt Matthews and that goat that donkey he's got Wookie. He'll be sitting down talking and the donkey comes put his head on
Is that the one that wears his bathrobe to take care of the chicken?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen him in a while, but he's funny.
I haven't either. I know he's been on tour because now he does tours as a comedian.
Oh, I have my sound on. It's really low, but I hear it.
Yeah, that donkey cracks me up. So somebody sent him a hat that they made for Matt and one for Wookie, the donkey.
That's cute. I really should try to show my art more. People who do like regular painting, I don't paint well enough, I feel, to show myself painting. Unless people want to see how bad like beginners can be.
No, you can show your beginning paintings and then show your now paintings.
I don't feel like they look that much better. But
I think they did.
I'm doing
especially your flowers. Hey, Virginia.
I'm doing a lot of tutorials, and I realize sometimes the brushes that people say to use don't always work for me, or they can work. I could show you if you're interested. Some of the stuff I've been trying. I've been taking tutorials.
Thanks, Virginia. I think she's wiped out as much as I am today.
I didn't show you the other day the new stuff I was doing. Like they're very repetitive after a while. Okay, I went a little nutty. I'm thinking this looks like a Christmas gift. Yeah. I don't remember which way I drew it.
Yeah, that's what I say, especially your flowers have gotten more. I don't know what I want to say.
The composition actually looks like a composition now.
They're really well.
Thank you. Like when I feel like I screw up, I just do this. I just do this when I screw up.
That looks like little sperm, Suzy.
I thought it looked like, at first I thought it looked like that. It does when I do sideways. I was always looking at it like this.
Look at it like that.
Like that screen painting.
Blown up sperm.
Where's your mind at, lady?
They look like little tadpoles.
Yeah. You already proved where your mind was. Oh, what? Something we were talking about the last time. And you said it's going to start showing up. It did start showing up. I don't remember what it was now, but.
Wait, say what?
I said there's something we were talking about on one of these lives. I started getting videos now of that particular thing. And I'm like, why? See, these were from a couple of weeks ago. I've been trying to limit my palette. Oh, this was like a tutorial just to do a little.
Pretty.
Thank you.
I think you should take your flowers. You can frame them. That would be so pretty in the bathroom.
Over and over again, just to get used to the brushes. I'll just paint pages of like little flowers. And I think also this one, I kind of like the way it looks. I think I did it this way. I was trying to do a dahlia, and it actually kind of looks like a dahlia.
Yeah. And you can tell them, I haven't been painting long, and you do it.
I started in March. It's really not long. Yeah, this was a failed.
Oh, I know that feeling, Virginia.
This was a failed flower painting.
Well, now it's abstract, so it's fine.
But that's what I do when I go, oh, it ain't going right. I just throw paint on it.
Right, you do like Jane. She does shorts, painting shorts.
Okay. Jane, have you ever gotten free stuff from the companies? Do they ever send you?
Thank you.
I would love that. These people are like, I'm testing a palette that this company sent me. And I'm like, I just bought 2 of their palettes. Like, they don't send me anything. Anyway, I could keep looking. I know I was doing things
See,
like
Jane says, Dahlias, you're getting the hang of transparency in watercolor.
I'm going to say that I watched somebody paint the dahlia, and I start usually toward the front, the middle, and I work my way out. She started on the outside and worked her way in. And I thought, that's
Wouldn't it
pretty.
be darker if you did that?
Well,
on
no,
the
but
outside?
like, the point was, I think, so you could do like the layering. Like, you put the lightest color
Oh,
on the
okay.
outside, and then you put darker colors like toward the inside. And it worked. It worked for me because you could kind of see layers.
Yeah, you can.
So I thought, yeah, all right. So it made, it made more sense in my head watching. I just usually paint, and I don't pay attention to pictures or people. And it works better when I
You
actually
just have to feel
watch
what's in
somebody who
your.
knows what they're doing, kind of.
Yeah, you just got to feel it. Jane said, yes, better layering.
Yeah. Because I also don't wait for layers to dry. And if you're doing watercolor, you really need to, because they just become like
Can you
all.
use like a blow dryer on like?
Yes, you can. I just don't, because I'm. Well, what I was doing when like a couple weeks ago, I was like taping the pages down, and I've been lazy to tape them down. And in that, if I do that, then I could, like, while one is drying, I could start another one, and I could work on a third one, and like I could just keep rotating them.
Right.
Too. I also bought a couple books, and I have to open them and start looking at them. You need more thumbs up? Thank you, Claudette. So
Ellen says, always wish I could draw paint. It's not my forte. I think you're doing awesome.
Thank you.
She says she sticks to crayons.
Well, crayons are something that people paint, use for art too.
Right.
But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
They have a lot of I want to show you something I bought. I mean, it's something that I think anybody could do.
Yeah, I'm not into painting, but I do draw. It's been a long time, but I do with charcoals.
All right. This is kind of like, instead of a coloring book, it's a learn how to paint book. And they had it at Hobby Lobby. And I just thought the illustrations were really cute. And what they have is, it's like watercolor paper, but it has a faint outline of a thing. So you can kind of learn, like, she gave the color palette, and she talked about what brushes to try. So you can sort of.
So she does that for each picture?
Yeah. So it's a whole book of that.
That's cool.
So I thought, like, anybody who wants to try watercolor could, maybe get a book like this, and then it has the paper already, and you can just, like, I think that the illustration is really adorable. It's like this squirrel, and then it has a faint outline of the squirrel there. And I thought, oh,
so are you supposed to paint on that page?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you could also do a copy of it if you want to just save the illustration from after. Yeah. Like, I know sometimes I'm going to paint. I'm going to go outside the lines, or it'll get ruined. Now there's a grasshopper. It's a little more toward the back. There are more complicated ones, but the beginning ones are really simple. And
Ellen said she paints with silver wire and shiny beads.
That's nice. I love jewelry. I'm going
to check that out.
I was a jeweler for several years, and I went to school for many years for it, and I put my stuff in galleries, and then I got over it. That's what worries me. I usually have a time frame of like a couple years, and then I can't do it anymore. I get tired.
That's that ADD, boo.
It's ADD, and also for me, it was like vision and hands. I was banging on metal. That was like in the 90s, so it was a while back. But yeah, jewelry is cool. I love jewelry. I mean, I started making jewelry when I discovered that I liked collecting it, and I thought maybe I should make it, and then it'll be a lot cheaper.
Right.
It wasn't, because
Ellen, if you do auctions, let us know. You're welcome. Trish.
That's funny. If you like what you made better than what the lady who owned the bean store makes, that's kind of nice. And I mean,
Yeah,
not for the lady who had the bean store, but it just, if you enjoy what you do, that's
exactly.
better. Because
And you have to be confident in what you do too. And it sounds like,
if you have a successful art project, it makes you have motivation to make the next art project.
exactly.
And if
Exactly.
you know, like, what you have to do to get better, maybe, or if you realize you can get better. And I think that's true with almost everything,
Right.
except for some, I don't want to say, my friend's husband needed instructions to do laundry, and he did it every week. And I'm like, he can't remember from one week to the next to turn it on medium and full and just push the button. And she's
Well,
like,
that's when I would tape an index card with instructions on the washer.
she had to. And she even had the index card had to say, separate the whites out from the colored things. And I said, he can't remember that. He's written books. And she said his head is so full of information, he doesn't want to remember it.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right.
Check it out. Ellen, I hope you get your computer. Sonia says she paints on canvas with acrylic.
Okay, that's nice. And acrylic in some ways, because you can in watercolor, if you want something white, usually you leave the paint off of it. And if you do acrylic, you can kind of put white at the end to make highlights and stuff. It has a whole different,
I'm with you, Jane. Unless he had serious
he didn't want to learn
brain trauma, he didn't want to learn.
He didn't want to learn. He wrote a book. He wrote a couple books. So I'm saying, if you have enough brain capacity to write full sentences, paragraphs that make sense, chapters, and get it published, you can remember how to make a load of laundry work.
Exactly.
Which I just thought was kind of funny. And it's something that stuck with me, because I'm like, yeah,
well, look, is that my problem? I don't remember how to wash clothes. Is that why my husband does it? I don't know.
I know. I think, what do? They make themselves kind of they do it wrong a few times just so you never ask them to do it. Sometimes guys make themselves incompetent on purpose, I feel.
My husband is a wonderful laundry. I don't do laundry. Gary does laundry.
I once cooked something for some guy, and I put seasonings he didn't like. And from then on, he cooked all the time for me. And I thought, I didn't even know what I was doing, but it was fantastic. I have to learn how to make things the guys don't want.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
my mom painted. She's done ostrich eggs and even reverse painting on glass. I think that is so. I want to know how people does reverse painting in bottles. Explain that.
It's sorcery. I could see them unrolling a sticker.
Exactly, right? But it's painting.
I don't know. Some people, my hands shake, my eyes don't work. If you have when I was, what are you doing? You're nudging me a lot. You want to go outside?
Oh, you see, I told my husband, I said, I know you're going to the house, so you better call me. And he goes, I'm turning that tracker off. It's like the Life 360. So I see at 8:40, he went to the house and he didn't call me.
Very tiny brushes and hands that don't shake, I feel. And probably really big lenses, or they could see good. When I was making jewelry, I could see bead holes. Now I can't even see the beads.
When my mom and I used to do ceramics, I guess I had just at the beginning of my marriage, back in the 80s. And we used to do all kind of ceramics. We would use dry brush with the chalk things, and the eyes came out beautiful. Now, if I had to do eyes, it's
you probably get the knack of it after a week or so. I mean, you need to practice again, but you could probably do it. I see that you're creative. You're very creative. I know you could do it. I know it.
Lena, I think
it's dog petting time here at the dog house.
Oh,
dogs, come. Hi, this is Norton. A golden retriever. Where's Roxy? Where's my Roxy?
Well,
Come here.
Lena, I just rejoined your family on YouTube.
Oh, you know.
Oh, what did I do? Oh man, I closed
What'd you do?
I closed the chat.
How did you do that? She made
Oh.
ceramic dishes with the blueberry pattern. Entire set. Wow, that's fantastic. Speaking of blueberries, our blueberries are starting to get color. We have 89 blueberry bushes.
Oh wow.
So they're starting. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the neck. I'm going to be complaining going out there and picking.
You don't have, I guess the rows are too close for you to sit on something to pick.
Well, some of them are tall. I'm
okay.
like a chair to stand on. But some of them don't look like they look like they're on a different schedule. I mean, like some of them are still really, really green, and some still have flowers, but there's some that are getting ready to get picked. So in a couple weeks, I'm gonna be stained. I'm gonna have purple fingers, or I'm gonna have to put gloves on and remember.
Yeah, put some little gloves.
And I got
You
stung
use
the
those
other
little
day.
thin kitchen gloves.
I got stung the other day when I was picking asparagus. So it's probably a good idea to wear gloves unless the bees will sting me through. I got some kind of thing in my finger. I thought I got the whole stinger out. It still looks like.
Oh wow.
And
Lena is 7 away from 50.
Oh.
Well, I just joined her family and on her new one. She said you need a blueberry rake.
I've seen those, but
it is hard starting over. Precious, you got something in your ear, hair.
All right.
I know I'm bothering you, but you got something in there. If I don't get it, it was probably from Bella licking her ear.
I just subscribed to somebody that isn't Lena, I guess.
Precious, I can't get it out.
I'm subscribing to people. Okay, 44.
Lena's at 44?
Yeah, I thought I subscribed and it should have turned to 45. Maybe. Let me see. I'm going to go back to your channel and see if it took. You got 46 now. So that's good.
You're going to get there, Lena. You're going to get there.
Going to get there. So
we'll help push it for you. Lena's been making videos of her booth.
Oh, man.
Looks nice.
That sounds good.
I haven't made a video. Well, I did make a video of my booth, and I never put it up.
No problem.
And the owner of the booth just announced she's leaving.
Oh, why is she leaving?
I need to move a second.
What do you mean by leaving? She's selling? Or what? Oh, Dawn made herself mute. Now she's going to have to move in a few days. I bought new earbuds that have the top part that hang on your ear because the other ones are just to pop out of my ears, just like a in spring. Oh, so you're 47 with your second account. That's cool. Norton is chewing on a bone very loudly. Hey, what are you doing? I should let him. He likes chewing. Come here, Boopy. Oh no, is that Roxy chewing? This is Roxy. Here, say hi. Hey, Roxy dog.
My niece was going to the hospital, and she said the rain is so bad she can't see, and she's looking for the garage.
Aww.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, you had over 500. Congratulations.
Who's that?
Ellen. Ellen Petricharange. I wouldn't mind getting over 500. I've been stalled at, what do I have?
I've been stalled at 674.
I have 469.
You'll get there.
31. That would be nice, people. Oh, I just turned the iPad off. All right. I'm wearing, have you ever like used earbuds to listen to, YouTubes and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I've been trying, and every time I don't connect to like what I'm trying to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden I started hearing music, and mostly it's Bob Dylan. I don't even like Bob Dylan. So I don't understand. I was like, why am I hearing Bob? I thought I was being haunted by Bob Dylan's apparition or something. I'm just, did he die today? Why is he like coming through on my earbuds? And I had to try to like investigate this. So I'm like going through all my apps, and apparently there was a Bob Dylan song playing on my Spotify, and it kept coming up every time I would shut off like a YouTube video. And I was like, this is so weird. It was driving me nuts. Like, and sometimes if it's not,
this is Bob.
It was on my phone's Spotify. Right. Started playing on my earbuds when I was watching my things.
Right.
Anyway,
Jennifer, are you still driving?
There was a lot of stuff going on.
I know exactly, Jane.
Yeah, really. Posting links.
Wait, I was on my phone, and I wanted to send Garrett a message, so I was voice doing it, and I must have went into the other lane a little bit, and the car behind me started blinking his lights. I'm like, oops.
Was it a cop?
No, it was just a car that was getting right past me. But I couldn't see. You couldn't see the lanes because it was raining so hard.
You should probably. I don't like driving when it's like that. I'd rather pull off the road. But when it's raining that hard, I'm scared if you pull off the road, someone's still gonna like.
Exactly, and it was so dark and black outside that
that's horrible.
You couldn't see the cars on side the road until you were on top of them.
Oh,
baby doctor appointment 11:15. Ooh, are you gonna get to see the baby, or you're just gonna listen to the baby?
So when is the baby coming?
I think she said it's due around her birthday in September.
Oh. That's soon. You're going to blink and it'll be like.
Oh. I know. It'll be here. It's already due.
I don't want to even think it, but like, we haven't even cleared out that house 100%. And it's already June, sort of. It's May 29th. June is around the corner. Right. I'm just like, it's sad. And I kept saying when Tony says, oh, we'll be here maybe till next year. I'm like, shut up.
Right. It's going to be Garrett's birthday on the 2nd.
Happy birthday to Garrett early.
Yeah, and Sean's birthday was on the 4th.
Happy birthday to him. I can't remember anything.
I know, I can't.
Please just say that I said happy. I did. It's just.
Wait, I talked to John and I hung up and I was like, oh, happy birthday. He called back. I said, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you happy birthday. So I told John, I said, Garrett, I said, did you tell John happy birthday was on the 27th? And he goes, well, I put it on Facebook. I said, he doesn't have a phone right now, so he won't see it. You told him happy birthday. Oh, September 13th is the due date, though.
Okay.
And Jennifer's birthday is a day, Jennifer, after mine or before mine? I can't remember. Mine's on the 3rd.
I never could remember. My father's birthday and their anniversary was a day apart. And for the life of me, I could never remember which was which.
Like, well, my birthday's on the 3rd and we got married on the 24th.
That should have been a clue to them that I had learning problems. Anyway.
Oh, my goodness. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I did okay in school if I want to say if I if I heard a lesson and I was told what was supposed to be important and on the test, I would write it down. And then I did all
Oh,
right. But if I had to write a
Ashley's dad's
paper,
birthday, September 3rd. My
my
dad's birthday is the 16th.
my mom and my dog were in May and it passed. And I remember thinking it always gets sad.
Yeah,
What
I
can you
know.
do? Mother's Day is hard for me, but
Yeah,
for a multitude of reasons.
yeah, me too.
Have you
But
seen the crustless pizza that people are making now, where they're putting
mm,
like onion slices and then like mozzarella cheese or cheddar cheese over and under, and then they bake it, and it becomes like a kind of crusty delight,
uh-huh.
And I don't know if you can have onions or if you can have cheese,
I
but
can have onions. I can have mozzarella cheese. I can't have any aged cheeses.
all right. Well, maybe you could try that because it looks really good. And then they're adding other things now to it, like certain seasonings and certain other vegetables people are
Oh,
trying
cool.
with that. I don't know. It looks kind of nice.
I used to do stuff like that when I was doing keto.
Yeah. It's the keto twin ladies that have been showing
Okay.
things like
I'll
that.
have to check them out. That my doctor, not my doctor, not my doctor, another doctor who is on with the histamine stuff. She suggested a paleo diet. I don't think I can do that.
Can you have eggs?
Yes, I can have
Okay.
eggs.
There are a lot of
But at
recipes.
first, they suggested the white of the egg has more histamine, but then they said it's not really proven. So, but yeah, I can have eggs. I can have.
This guy made a roll out of he's a carnivore guy, and he made a 60-second like bread like roll thing, and he made a sandwich, like a deli sandwich, for his wife on it, and she said, this is the best one you've ever made. And it's a recent video, so it's not something that's been floating around for 3 years.
Is it
And
like one of those cloud breads?
she said it's way better than your cloud bread. So
Like when I used to do, they would do like an egg and cheese and stuff to make the chaffles. I
right.
just didn't like that eggy taste. That
Well, I don't know if he put some sweetener in it, and so it had like a more rounded flavor, she felt, than
Mhm.
some of those things. But
Okay.
everybody has different tastes, but she was used to not having bread and not having all those other things for so long. And she felt like the texture of it, like when she bit into it, like it wasn't too mushy or fluffy. It was just right. So
Uh-huh.
she was really happy with it.
Well, I go to Baton Rouge and buy $8 loaf of millet bread.
And you pay $50 again. I'm sorry.
I know, right? Well, this time I bought 2 loaves while I was there. So I bought 2 loaves of bread and a pack of gluten-free noodles, and it was $25. And the loaves of bread are small, like when you buy a raisin bread, how small they are. Yeah, it's like that.
Well,
But they're frozen, so you can only eat them like toasted or grilled, but it's good. It reminds you more of regular bread than, I don't know.
I don't really like bread. I don't want to say I don't like it that much. I don't usually buy sliced bread and use it. I'm not saying I would never want it to be my life, but I don't have it every day. So
Yeah,
I wonder but if I'm told I can't have something, even if I don't love it, I start wanting to have it. And
right.
occasionally, even now, like my husband bought cinnamon bread, cinnamon swirl bread. I love that.
Mhm.
Like I don't
Me
I
too.
don't have it every day. I don't crave it, but if he's having it and he's put like 10 pats of butter on it and it's so crunchy and buttery, it smells so good in the house. And I'm like, I can't not want it.
Right. I eat a lot of like this, like I'll do a grilled sandwich,
All right,
but I
anybody?
buy like the chicken tenders and I'll grill it.
Hello, baby.
Well, I go to Lucy's Glen on Blue Bonnet, the health food store, and I get it.
Yeah, I'll let you out.
But it like I need gluten free, so I can't. And that's the only one that doesn't taste pasty or gritty or whatever. But like I'll grill the chicken tenders and then I'll put like a slice of cheese and the chicken, and then uh and kind of butter the outside and make it like a grilled cheese, but it's got chicken in it.
Can you make kind of like a Kentucky Fried Chicken made a sandwich once with 2 chicken breasts, and they put the filling on the inside. And I mean, so it was obviously a super indulgent, strange sandwich, but they used the meat as the bread.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like
I
meat.
haven't had time.
I'm
It's
okay.
on Florida Boulevard. I don't. Glenn, Baton Rouge confuses me so much because y'all have so many roads that go parallel to each other. And if I use Waze, I can get there. Do you know if they make gluten-free bread? They used to have a place in Baton Rouge called, oh, I can't remember, but it was all allergy free. Truly, truly something. And there was no gluten, no eggs, no nuts. Like you can pick up what you want, and the stuff was delicious. And then they
Okay.
closed. I guess there wasn't enough
Yeah,
business
I
or
know.
something.
Because a lot of people would say, my husband loves things that have gluten. I mean, and
Yeah, I do too.
so he said, everybody who has the gluten free, why don't you give me your gluten? I want it. And
Yeah, I
I'm
want
like,
it too.
he wants all the gluten.
It's not that it's gluten has a lot of histamine.
He put on his I think his YouTube name is gluten deficient. Like he feels like he has not enough gluten in his diet.
Who's that?
My
Tony?
husband. Yeah.
That man's
And I'm
got a
like,
sense of humor.
that's what you pick. That's insulting to people who can't have gluten. Anyway, he's too little. Those cicada bugs, man. I don't want to. I have to go digging, and they're all
Thanks,
over the
Glenn.
garden. It's scaring me. They're disgusting. If one of them lands on me, you're going to hear me screaming in Louisiana. I'm going to scream that loud.
Oh God.
They're this big, and they got those red eyes, those beady eyes. Ooh. Anyway,
Teresa said she was watching a video of this lady who put little lights in the cicadas and see if they would light up for her daughter on a string of lights. That just sounds, even though they're creepy bugs, it sounds cruel and unusual.
that is. I mean, that's
Because
kind
I
of.
don't think they
She's
were unalive.
look. That's gross. No matter what. And yeah, if she's there's people that make videos that are so like unnecessary to see. And this one guy kept taking bunnies out of bunny hutches. I think they call it a hutch when they have like a baby bunny. And he would like try to raise it. And he was like, "Oh, the bunny died." And he's showing the dead bunny. And I'm like, "Do we really need to see this in our lives?" Like, I mean, I don't need to know that you basically keep doing this over and over. It's obviously you're mentally challenged. Ugh.
Wow.
And now that I'm talking about it, I'm gonna get videos of dead animals. Ugh. I don't want to know about this. That's cruel. They have a lot of they leave their shells behind and they're everywhere too. It's still
Oh, the
creepy to me.
cicadas?
Yeah. It's
So
like
they
what
shed?
they do is they come out of the ground, they follow tree roots and they come up and then they shed their shells, and when they've just done it, they're sort of, I want to say translucent. They're like a beige color. And then as they dry out, they turn more like dark colored and they
That's
get the
gross.
red eyes. And then their role is to mate and then they die.
Damn.
So they're
From life.
they're underground for like I don't know 14, 17 years, like a certain amount of years. And it's like 4-year cycles, they say that they sometimes emerge, but this is the big one, supposedly. And they go by they get sap from the tree roots. So they live on
Oh,
that as nymphs or larvae, or I don't even know what they are. Anyway, I know too much about cicadas. My husband made a film about them.
Oh no.
It's horrible. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Ellen.
Oh, you guys are keeping me getting up in there. Like the parade of dogs. Now I cut Norton's toenails. I thought it was maybe the week before last week, and they're long again. I hear him tapping on the floor. Hey, Teresa
Hey,
just showed.
Teresa, we got new nails.
Hey, Teresa. What's going on? Yeah, that's sad. I have a plumber that I use now, and I've given him so many big jobs. He's always like, I'm not gonna say Johnny on the spot, but he fits me in because he tells me something's beyond repair and I buy it. That's why.
Are you going to share what they are?
Are you saying share the nails?
Yeah.
Teresa. Show us your nails, Teresa.
Well, she can't show them in the chat.
Well, no, you could send her a link. She can come and show.
Teresa, you want to come up and show us your nails?
You want to show the nails? Show the nails. Show the nails.
Where's Shalina this morning? Oh, look at that one. Teresa, you don't have that one. Oh, you never did that one.
I just was looking up what ones they could do. What's this one? Is it the balloons?
Balloons, I think.
And then 2 is confetti?
That's sad that I know what they are.
What's 2 thumbs up? It's something. Oh, that's fun. I like the fireworks. Baby, you're a firework.
Oh, wow, Ellen. We used to have
oh, wow, that's crazy.
Before, like cisterns.
Okay.
Here. Like the big things like in the backyard.
Collected on the roof and it goes into like.
Yeah.
Oh,
she said she's in the car, internet spotty. Well, you better take a picture and show me. And then I'll share. Unless you want it to be a surprise tonight.
I'd like to see it.
Suzy wants to see.
And look, how many millions of people are watching us now?
That's right. Let's see Teresa's nails. Show it. Show it.
We have a well.
Let me take that invite out.
Yeah, we also have a
I think she sent me a picture. Hold on.
We didn't want that. But
sounds like we got a picture. Can you delete that the link?
Me? You want me to delete something?
Well, I don't want, Oh, I like.
I cannot scroll on the stuff. Oh, they're pretty.
Like an ombre teal.
Oh, really? It almost looks like they're like opally.
Like the tips are kind of shit.
Can you delete the link?
Let me turn this light off in front of me.
I don't know how I do it. I can't scroll.
I'm gonna try, but I don't think it'll let me.
Well, you put it in there.
I know, but it's on. Oh, here we go. I got it.
How come I can't scroll in the chat? That's what I want to know.
I don't know why you can't scroll.
Wait. Now I can. I put it
I got it off.
I'm still learning this computer thing.
Oh, you got a well?
It's like a grandma. I feel like grandma. Grandma with the technology. I could do it.
I got it. Well, I took it out of StreamYard. I don't know if that also takes it out of. Well, just hopefully we won't get a troll.
They look good.
Yes. Okay, she said it's gone.
Okay. I'm taking collagen powder in my coffee every morning. And
does that taste?
My nails they're like farmer nails, but they're past the quick nail.
Farmer nails.
I guess I have dirt under my nails often. And between having like paint in my cuticles and dirt under my nails, I'm a sight to behold. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. It's not beautiful. And then I break them often, but they're starting to grow.
I think I'm going to call my husband and see if anybody's at the house since he passed and didn't call me.
House report coming up. There's a woman in town that opened a little beauty parlor.
You went to the house and you didn't call me. Yeah, you did. Oh, did you pass? You didn't pass? Oh my God. All right. Okay. Yeah.
I put the powder in my coffee.
But it's not raining now.
And it melts in, and I kind of like it. I also have the.
All right. Bye. Huh? I'm still live, so all right. Okay. Bye. He said he passed, but he didn't pass. He was going to the school to pick up a folder. And
a folder or a folder?
Folder.
With an F. Okay. Because, he would. Boulder is not heavy.
Anyway. Yeah. When I did keto, I used to put butter in my coffee. It keeps you less hungry longer.
All right. A couple days. I got stung a few days ago, and I feel like there's a hole in my finger still. Like it looks a little poofy around the hole.
You don't really taste it, Ashley. I mean, it melts, and you use one of those whiskey things, so it's not like it's floating on the top.
When you said whiskey thing, I thought you were referring to something alcoholic.
No, like whisk.
I bought one of those. Again, I have 3 now, but 2 are temporarily hidden from my usability. Is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, my coffee pot that died had a frother on it, but no, Teresa. Don't knock it till you try it. Now, it's got to go in hot coffee, Teresa. Huh?
The butter in the coffee or the collagen in the coffee is ew.
I don't know.
Collagen, to me, it makes it taste like it. I don't taste it like it. First of all, it doesn't have any real flavor. It's just
the fat. Like you're adding the fat so that you'll stay hungry longer and not hungry. But I use heavy cream, so
butter's good.
Oh, the butter, she said.
There's a woman who said if you have butter before you go to sleep, that it helps you like get tired and stay asleep. And there's something about like it affects there's something called beta cells, and it helps. Anyway.
Yeah, butter and coffee is yummy.
I mean, I don't want extra calories per se, but if I'm
it'll really keep you not hungry longer, then
right. There you go. Like if I'm really conscientiously not eating, I do need protein sources, and collagen is a way I could bump up my protein like 20 grams. So I'm good with that. Because when I was first like going to nutritionists, they've upped the protein. They say, like back when I was going, they were saying you can only absorb 20 to 30 grams per meal. Now they're saying it's nonsense. You can absorb like a lot more. And you should aim for around 100 grams a day. And I'm like, or even more than that. And when I was going, they said
that's way too much.
60 to 80. And my doctor said, you know what? If you really can only do 40 or 50, it's still more than some people get. And you'll start to lose weight by not always seeking out all these food items that have, like don't overfeed yourself just to increase your protein.
Right. But I was always told, and what I read, when you do keto, if you have too much protein, you won't lose the weight.
Well, I also heard that too many calories, you won't lose weight, but
no, it wasn't for calories. It was the protein.
They were saying that you can get kidney stones, I thought, after a while.
Oh,
And
I don't like pumpkin spice in my coffee.
I don't like it either.
I never tried the salt. The only coffee I find that is bitter is when we use chicory here. I don't like the chicory.
I used to put a very little pinch of salt in a pot of coffee if I thought the grounds were bitter too. But I went to a diner recently and their coffee was so bitter and I forgot the salt trick. I was
Oh.
putting so many creamers in it. It was like I don't know, like I had a stack of empties and it's embarrassing.
I
I
went
mean,
down to
7
PJ's Coffee at the hospital to get my little niece a coffee. And they filled it to the top. You couldn't put cream in it because it was so full.
I just always spill out an inch so I could put the cream in.
Yeah, I should have, and I didn't. So I put her cream, and it was to the top. So I put the cover on it, and I stuck one of them little things in it. Hey, Cheryl, long time no see.
How are you? How's it going? Cheryl, I remember when Cheryl came on live when you were on the cruise and you disappeared for a while and she kept me company. That was so nice.
Oh, I need another one.
She had parakeets in her house. They were singing. I remember this.
I never tried that. I'm gonna try that. A little
If it's
salt.
bitter, just a couple grains of salt, mellow it out.
I guess, like everything. Yeah. Who was saying? Jane was it who? Ellen was saying salt. Somebody was saying salt on your strawberries would make them sweeter. I know my husband likes salt on his watermelon.
Right. My dad used to put salt on tomatoes.
Oh, well, that's good, Ashley.
Good, Ashley.
I called my doctor yesterday to see if they got my genetic test back. It's been a month, but they still didn't have it. I know, right?
I buy the cheap. Well, I don't buy. I really like Maxwell House Breakfast Blend, which is probably real coffee. Like people who can drink coffee black would say that's a wussy coffee because it's so mellow. But I love it.
Oh no, her parakeets died. Oh no.
So you're saying the only one died, or did both of them die? That's sad. All right, Purple. Have a good day, as best as can be. Take care.
Dentist. Yup.
Good luck. Yeah, I'm Cheryl. My condolences on the death of your parakeet. Sad. My first parakeet, when he passed away, I cried a lot. It was very sad. And I buried him in the park across the street from where I lived, which is technically illegal.
Marie's little parakeet, when we woke up one morning and it was dead in the cage, we had a gas leak.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's why.
Ooh.
Yeah, I use Community Coffee, which is kind of local here. Breakfast blend.
Okay.
Norton saw something.
Yeah, my husband is doing. Both of them are there. The nosy dog.
Bella jumped on the window this morning. I thought she was going to break it. She saw.
That's where they did have canaries in the coal mines. Canary in a coal mine.
Yeah.
They used to smell the gas leaks so that the miners. I mean,
the gas leak was outside. But I guess it was coming in the house. Didn't realize it.
Sometimes I heard that if you overheat Teflon pans, the fumes are so poisonous that the birds will die. Yeah. So
I don't have that many Teflon pans.
Well, even these Teflon-like coatings have that same effect. So as long as you're using like stainless steel or cast iron, you're good. So
yeah,
I had to readjust when I had a lot of birds in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if that is bad for birds, isn't it bad for us too? Think about it. It can't be. Yeah,
Okay.
I can imagine that. You probably have some good tricks for killing ants, though. Or
Yeah.
I should
My
say,
daughter is too. She works for a company that does businesses, and they fumigate and exterminate at night, like restaurants and stuff.
you
Oh,
mean like? Do you mean with that oven cleaner that really smells terrible? Because that
so what do you
used
do?
to.
You have to put them outside? Either that, or you keep a dirty oven. I don't know. Fish ponds and tortoise ponds
All right, I
have to
saw
be
people
really
cleaning
careful.
ovens. Now, I'll tell you the trick that they were using. They were using Dawn and white vinegar, and they were making the liquid, and then they put baking soda on the sponge, and they were using the sponges that have that like light. You know how some
Hmm.
sponges have like that sandpaper, like I don't
Hmm.
know, scrubby sponges on one side, and they were using that. They were like covering that up. But I'll tell you, I use the oven cleaner. That's the real oven cleaner versus that trick that they had. And it's night and day difference. It's so much easier. But if you have pets, you can't, right? So you have to do what you're going to do.
Okay. Oh, I got a brand new stove, nice and shiny and clean.
Quite frankly,
We had just bought our stove, so I'm gonna try to sell it on Marketplace.
try.
I need to go take pictures of it and put it on Marketplace because it's a gas.
Yeah, one of the oven cleaners I tried was the one from Dollar Tree. I would
Hey,
not recommend
Teresa,
that to anybody. Hi, Tressa.
is it Tressa or Teresa?
I don't know. It's one at E, so I'm gonna assume
We are
it's
so bad at names. It's sad. We
yeah.
just got Jarina's name, and where is Miss
Karina.
Jarina this morning?
Karina, where is she? Yeah, anyway. Well, it could be Teresa because there's only one S, but Tressa? I would instinctually call her Tressa, but she might say it's Teresa. It's how you heard it in your ear when you were a kid. Is how you want to be called. I'm guessing. Teresa.
Teresa.
She puts the tree
See, I
for
had it right for
for us.
once in my life.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I had it once in, I never get it right. So
Now
usually
that they're
Debbie
still that little
Debbie breaks
treatment
down the pronunciation or
for
D.
everybody, it is an awesome way to show us that tree stuff, like to have the tree.
Didn't you have that in your name at one point? I think she did. She's not blue either.
She's not blue. I gave up on the reading the chat over here.
She said it happens all the time. Wait, I was laughing. Janina, Ella just calls her Y.
No matter how many times I've said it right, my instinct is to say it wrong because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
She says Teresa calls her Yarnia because she just likes the word yarn.
okay. I think I made you blue. Can you say? Can
Yep, she is.
Okay. Thank you. I knew some nurses who told me that she said we were taught in nursing school. Now this woman is probably close to 80 now. She said we used to use vinegar and water to clean the counters at
Mm-hmm.
the nurses stations. And I'm like, if it
Well,
works,
I know some people take orange rinds and stuff like that, and they do that in water as cleaners.
well, I wonder what the Amish people use to clean because it's making me concerned that the lady that I know that I see often, she actually has a faucet in her house. But what about the ones that don't? Are they like rinsing their hands off in dirty water all day because they have to go crank that water out and it's a pain in the butt?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I- and that lady who bakes the goods. She has a bakery. I hope she has some running water.
Oh, Teresa says lemon and baking powder works good. I
Okay,
used to go ahead.
I was just going to say, Martha Stewart said to clean out, like when she has to do a deep clean on her cast iron, she used to take a lemon and the baking powder, which is
Oh,
probably the same thing. And she said she used to just use it as like a scrubbing brush, kind of
oh,
like a.
that's good because I got a bunch of cast iron to clean.
But look, I don't know if it's going to work. There's probably 10,000 videos on how to clean it good out there.
And you know sometimes how you have like the underarm or body odor in clothes that you can't get out? If you
Yes,
spray it with vinegar, that gets it out.
I usually put a couple glugs in every load when
Mhm.
I'm washing clothes, and I use fragrance-free detergent
Is
because
that
I
an official measurement?
glug.
Couple
For
plugs.
me, I buy the biggest jug that I could lift, and I go glug glug,
Right.
glug glug glug,
Couple-
and yeah. So
Yeah.
3
I
glugs is
used to
traditional.
sell Melaleuca. And I don't know if everybody's familiar with that, but it was like um chemical free, paraben free stuff. And that stuff was amazing. Oh my
Wow,
God.
the glug measurement.
The glug measurement, right? Oh, I love Melaleuca, but it kind
Are
of got
they still in
expensive.
business? Are
But
they in business now?
huh?
Still? Do they still sell it?
Yeah, you have to get it from a rep. You can't. I know some people
Like
are
Avon? Do people
kind.
like sign up on
Yeah,
here like a
I mean,
permanent?
I did it. I made some money on it, but and their Renew lotion. Oh my God, it is the best lotion you will ever use in your life. It's
I don't.
unscented.
I like that.
It is amazing. Great
She
stuff.
she puts.
I used to use their dishwasher, like for dishwasher, um, little things. And I had ran out, so I bought Cascade. And if I was standing in front of the dishwasher, I got so sick from the smell because we had been chemical free in my house for a good while. And when I started using regular stuff again,
I'm a
it,
little. I'm disturbed by the fact that our dishwasher, when we unload it, I'm so used to unfragrant stuff. It, like I take the mug out and it still smells like that
yes.
Cascade stuff we use, and I rinse it again. I'm like, I rinse it before it goes in. It gets washed, and then I rinse it. I'm like, if I'm rinsing it twice, I could use the sponge for 2 seconds. And
Okay. She uses Castile soap to wash
okay,
her.
we just bought Castile soap. I need an in on how to get it cheap because the little like pint bottle was so expensive now in Walmart, and they didn't have any
I bet
fragrance.
you can buy it in bulk somewhere.
They had it. They had the peppermint one, which I think
She says
we
she gets it
loaded
at
on.
Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay, we're kind of far from a Trader Joe's. We're we decided that the peppermint smell. If we were using it in a, we're growing organic now, so Castile soap was something that they said to put in with neem oil is considered organic. If you like, anyway, there we think our it might be too far gone, but our peach tree has a I don't know, it's like it has some kind of mites that
Mhm.
will it's starting to affect the leaves are turning like little like brown dots. So
Mhm.
we've been trying to keep at it so that we don't have to just cut the whole tree down. And it has so many little peaches growing. It's so adorable. I wish we could get some peaches out of it.
I love peaches. I bought some fresh peaches. They said they were from Alabama. They were pretty good.
We haven't we haven't seen too many peaches around here. And I don't know, but
Oh, I love peaches. And
ladybugs,
that's on my I can eat list. So,
we could try that. I'm concerned about everybody's
oh,
talking about
she said get ladybugs. You can order them. They eat
it.
mites.
I was looking I was watching a lot of videos on peach tree problems, and They didn't have a nice solution like unleashing 100 ladybugs on it. They were basically saying if you don't catch what we have on it like right away, it could be too late.
My daddy used to use Dawn dish soap and water and spray it on his trees.
All right. Well, we watched one video and they said don't use Dawn for some reason. And I don't know if it's because it had the fragrance or whatever.
Well, it might. I'm sorry, it wasn't Dawn. It was back in the day when everybody used Ivory liquid.
Oh, Ivory's much more like pure, supposedly.
That's what it was, Ivory liquid.
They say if you like, you know how soap is made of fats and lye in a certain, in a preparation that renders it into soap, and get rid of the plant.
Do they even make Ivory liquid anymore?
She wants us to pull our peach tree. It's like it's growing fruit.
She said if it's bad and half gone, pull it.
I don't know how far gone it is, but it did produce, like, we can see all of these little, we trimmed it a lot. We like hacked a lot off of it. And, we wanted it to be like airy, have like sun hit everything and air hit it. So it wouldn't be like, we watched like pruning videos, but like I said, this is our first tree here that I mean, I never had a peach tree. I never had a blueberry, but I never had anything really. What
kind of flower? I mean, what kind of veggies and fruits did you have?
I'm gonna tell you something. In the Bronx where I lived, I had window boxes and I grew cherry tomatoes, and I once planted a cucumber, and I got these itty bitty thumb sized cucumbers, and I got about 3 or 4 of them, but I got a little bunch of cherry tomatoes. The thing is, I only had a few hours of sun a day. So I had to pick something that would ripen quickly. So the cherry tomatoes won. And I also grew lettuce, believe it or not, in my window boxes, and herbs. So I actually did have things growing. I was out there planting flowers and herbs, and I had a lot going.
We get that morning sun at my house, which is so hot. And then in the evening, the back is like really bad. I had some veggies planted in my backyard one time, and a lot of them burnt because it was so hot.
They have a kind of it's almost like an umbrella for your plants if you get that kind of hot sun. Like this guy, he put an arch and he put this kind of like, it was almost like umbrella fabric down, and it kept the tomatoes from getting sun scald, they call it. And if it gets to the point where you have to start watering these things twice a day, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you have to be diligent, because if you don't put the right, like, consistent water, whatever the water is, if you're consistent, it's fine. But if you don't, then it'll get like blossom end rot.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
Well, I had eggplants and
so
good.
The big like canvas ones that are really for like, they'll block out 90% of the rays. That's pretty nice. I never tried carrots ever. Like we're trying things we never tried. Like we planted potatoes and onions, and the people up the hill from us here said, "Oh, don't grow the onions if they ever dry out and then you re-wet them, they'll get bitter," they said. Because we're growing a variety called candy onions. So I'm hopeful. But, if we leave here for a few days, we have to like, I don't know, figure it out. Like, if
maybe water them really good before.
Right.
You can't put a timer on your sprinkler, like get a sprinkler system and put it on a timer.
I don't know. That's a possibility. I'm not saying it's not a possibility. It's a possibility, because we have a separate well for our blueberries. So if it gets hot, like, we can turn on the well for we've been getting enough water now where it's not an issue. But if it gets dry, it has soaker hoses going all the way down the field. The people who 2 owners ago, they were real farmers living here. The last owners were just like, they were into stuff, but they weren't interested in selling it. So
Yeah.
if a blueberry plant died, they cut it down and didn't replace it. The people before had like twice as many, maybe. There's a lot of empty space in our blueberry field. We put some strawberries out there. Anyway,
Cool.
we'll see. It's so overgrown here. Like when you're walking around the back end of our yard, it's like grass higher than I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. She said the shades are pricey on Amazon, but worth it.
We have a platform for humans out in the yard that we had a sunshade on, and it's really nice. Except when the sun's setting, it's like the sun is still in your face. We need to put a little vertical piece so we could kind of hide behind it. And
exactly, Ellen. She said you already have the infrastructure. That's the hard part.
Yeah,
Said, it's a learning experience.
The thing about like the side well is that you have to manually turn it on because it like takes a crank handle, and then they said to leave it on for like anywhere from 2 to 6 hours if it's really to get the whole field like wet. But right now we live we live like halfway up a mountain, and our property is sort of shaped with like a V. So most of that middle part's like wet all the time. It's hard to dry out. All these things you have to consider, you know? And then when we were planting some stuff, we didn't realize how big that tree was, that it was, shading some of the yard. But, when it's really, really hot, a little bit of shade's nice. Your plants probably don't need 8 hours of sun.
Yeah, that's a big change, Lena. Ellen said they're working on infrastructure.
Yeah, like I'm from New York City, and we had nothing. I had nothing. When I was growing up, I had nothing but a window to put like plants. And when I got an apartment in my own apartment in New York, it had that little terrace, and it was on the 7th floor, and there was a building like right behind me blocking the sun. So the sun only hit it a few hours a day. So it was challenging. Right. But when I moved out to New Jersey and I had grass for the first time, I didn't know what to do. It's like I had no home ownership experience. I thought they should have courses for people that don't even know I didn't even know how to turn the water on and off for the spigot or nothing. Anything, really had no knowledge. And I was living with someone who was from Manhattan, and he had even less knowledge. It was bad. Wow. I had a real barn. You want a real barn, a real farm. That's kind of cool too. The people around here, some of the farms are so primitive. When we hear them using power tools, I'm like, they're cheating on the test. They're cheating. They are. I mean, I don't even know how they get them going.
But they have a bicycle with a motor, a generator.
The lady had a gas-powered motor that was like doing the laundry, the washer, and they had a washer and a wringer, but they don't have a dryer. Oh. They have a wringer machine.
Yeah, generators. That's what they go get the gas for with their horse and buggy.
The first time I saw that, it was the funniest thing I ever saw, because I saw horses tied up on the side and they would go in the store. But when I saw the horse and buggies like going into the gas to the gas tanks, I go, where are they going to put the gas? And I thought, like, don't stick it in the horse. Anyway,
right. I mean, if they're going to have generators, why not just have electricity? Yeah,
I know. They have, some of them have solar panels to recharge their batteries, and some use batteries, and then the gas-powered stuff. And some of them use kerosene in the house. That's so smelly. It's so nasty to me. I just don't understand. Like the woman that I hang around with occasionally, they don't even have toilet flushing. They have an outhouse. And wow. I'm like, I'm so weird about washing hands that I'm like, I need to wash my hands. I know not everybody's as concerned about it as me, but you know how they have those signs in every place you go? Employees must wash their hands before returning.
I would hope so.
Yeah, you hope so. But I believe that everybody, and even people that don't work should wash their hands. And I'm very offended when there's no soap. And I'm like, that's gross, guys. You get
Wow.
a violation. But anyway, I just, sometimes you're good and sometimes you're not good. And you need to wash up. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody
Yeah.
who's of a certain age knows what I'm talking about. So anyway, I
Yeah,
believe in soap at every sink.
definitely.
That's me. But I've been
Sean
told
is the
all the germs
stickler in the bathroom with the soap. He's like, we're low on soap, you know.
are good.
So
I like
I
that.
bought a new one and I threw away the old one. It had about that much, but it looked like he had added water or something. So I threw it away. And it was on the counter again. And I threw it away again. He goes, who keeps throwing my soap away? He goes, they still have some in there.
All right. So she wrote, germs aren't all bad. They're not all bad. I know. And I think that that's probably true. And I do have dry hands, but I do feel like if like I got a stung when I was picking the asparagus, and I felt like I needed to come in and wash my hands because I had to try to scrape the stinger out, and anyway. And
I had a
if
friend whose kid never played in the dirt, and the doctor's like, let that kid play in the dirt because they were always sick.
we used to play in the dirt when we were kids.
So we used to eat mud pies. I mean, come on.
We didn't eat them, but we used to throw mud balls at each other. We would have these like fake turf wars, and we would make mud balls. And one kid accused me of breaking his tooth, and I'm like,
those things hurt.
I'm a little kid. I'm 4 years old. Do you think that I intentionally like got some 8-year-old's mouth broken? I don't have that power. I'm a little kid.
Sure you did. No.
and he lied about the whole thing. And anyway.
No, I don't think you would be able to at 4 years old throw it hard enough to.
That's my point. I was a little like wussy kid. There's no anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I also know like there's poison ivy that pops up here, and when I'm like trying to weed, I just weed barehanded, and I always want to wash my hands when I'm done with that. It's just me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm much more. I have a lot more soil and things on my hands than I ever have in my life. I'm exposed.
Right.
I've been officially indoctrinated into the world of dirt, for sure. The other day I was sitting on it, and like it was the ground was wet, and I'm like planting up butt, and I feel like
right.
I got like, my knees were wet, my butt was wet, I was just wet. Ugh. And then I was muddy, and I'm walking around. I went to the store afterward, and I didn't realize, and I had mud like all over my clothes. So
Right. I hear that.
I'm warmer now.
Oh Lord.
I'm not going to change if I have to go to the store.
Bells. You want to say hi?
Sometimes I would if I realized.
Come on. Say hello.
Hello,
Bella. Say hi.
Hey, pretty girl.
I don't have no food, Bella.
Bella means beautiful in Italian. Did you know that?
Huh?
Did you know Bella means beautiful in Italian?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, she is beautiful. I saw a dog, looks like Bella, but it was a golden doodle because it had that little sexy tail, So at the hospital, I guess it was like a therapy dog. So, but it was so pretty and so clean. Not like you, Bella.
I saw a golden doodle in a car that had the cutest haircut, and I couldn't get over it. Like how it looked so shiny and well groomed, and the cut made its face look really sweet. And I was like,
well, I think this one, it looked like it had just been groomed,
Right.
And the tail was so pretty. Stop it.
I said to my husband, "Look at how beautiful that dog is, and it has the curly hair, so it wouldn't shed
Yeah.
like these dogs shed so much. It's nuts."
Nana's got a golden doodle, and she said she looks just like Bella.
Bella. I
Nana's
I know
dog is
that
Chloe. Thank you.
even if you're not allergic to the sun, some people take medication, or if you're temporarily on some
Yeah.
meds, it like
Yeah.
you can get really um
Oh, that's crappy, Teresa.
you can get burned or you can have like some weird reactions. My dad was on some medication and when he went in the sun, it turned his skin like a grayish color and he looked so sickly just from going outside one day. And you would think that he would have pinked up and he grayed up. And I was like, "Ooh,
Oh
not
yeah.
not good."
Thomas is so fair. He'll burn the second he goes out.
I'm really fair as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, if I don't like I'm supposed to be wearing 45 all times I don't. So I usually try to have a hat, but I don't always have the hat.
Hmm.
And if I go out in the sun and I'm like I can't get away from it, I'm like, burn a second. No, that's sad. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
Oh, poor Chloe. Poor
oh,
Nana.
yeah, I can't even imagine. Oh, that's terrible,
Oh,
Teresa.
let me tell you, Teresa, that's one of the signs of the thing I was just um diagnosed with, that MCAS. It's horrible.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I
Well,
hail
Thomas is a redhead, so
I hail from Eastern European pale people on my dad's side. My grandmother used to get kind of brown sitting under a tree. I don't understand, but I mean, she wasn't like dark, but she wouldn't get red. She would get like more brownish.
yeah. Oh, I bet she is, Debbie.
That's sad.
Aw.
Yeah, I was born a redhead, meaning
Yeah, he's dark, kind of dark brown now, but his beard is red when he grows a beard. So
And then people
great.
say, "What do you mean you were born a redhead?" And I'm like, "When I came out, I had red hair." And then when it changed over, it was light brown and it had blonde
Right.
streaks. And they didn't document it like how moms now document their children. I saw
Right.
a slide and I go, "I had blonde hair." And they're like, "Oh yeah." And I was like,
Haley had
"Why didn't
blonde hair,
you picture me when I
and
was
now
little?"
it's dark, dark. Sean, his hair was so blonde when he was little, and then it just continually got darker.
My hair got darker and then it got lighter.
Yeah,
'Cause apparently if you pay for it,
mine was almost
you can make
a
it any color you want.
black brown,
I have
and
gray.
my sister had almost black hair, and but
Did she
yeah,
turn gray or is she
she finally let it go gray. She's
okay?
more salt and pepper than I am, but yeah, my dad was the youngest out of 8. His brothers died with a head full of black hair, and he grayed.
I can't even imagine Debbie because anytime something goes wrong with these dogs,
I
it's
know. Poor
breaks my
Nana.
yeah.
Bye, Glenn. Have a good day.
Take care, Glenn. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be going too, Teresa.
I was gonna say it's
I'm calling
11:30.
you Teresa. Suzy, your daughter's a redhead. Ah,
Strawberry blonde. She's a yank out.
oh God. I learned quickly I couldn't pluck the
Count?
grades.
Did you count while you was doing? Because she said, was it math class? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You were learning math.
That's funny.
It's funny. All right,
Oh,
we can go. I have things I got to do that I'm not doing, and I have to figure out where to put two. I bought 2 bulbs. They were half price. So,
what are you shaking for, Precious?
dinner plate dahlias. Pray for them because I planted a whole bunch of dahlias and I only see 2 coming back. So
Ah, She says she bought color from Ella to see if she can reclaim her youth.
Go, good
There
luck.
you go.
I hope it
Good
works.
for you.
It'll work. I actually wanted to touch up the roots. There's a couple weeks where I look like I have highlights, and then it goes into like a place I don't like. All
Bye,
right,
Teresa.
thank you,
I'll
everybody.
see you this evening, Teresa.
Everybody, I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you when we're live again. And thank you for coming. Appreciate it. And I
Definitely.
hope you all feel good. That's all. And
Oh, Ellen's off to get dirty. Feed the horses, donkeys, fish, tortoise. I promise to wash our hands.
all right.
Oh, God.
Good.
Bye,
Take care.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. You got it?
I'll do it. Take care. Bye.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.